Zhang was so angry that he almost smashed the table with his fist. The staff on the first floor were completely dumbfounded. Although they also have armed defense forces with their strength, how can they possibly fight against the entire Samsara squad? There is only one result, which is death. But they couldn't just watch Gao Changkong lead his men to break through the defense. The scene fell into a stalemate. The guards raised their guns with hesitation on their faces, and the fear in their hearts had enveloped them. At this moment, a steady voice came from the crowd. "Okay, leave this matter to me." Everyone followed the sound and saw Wu Zhengheng from the security department walking out. "Director!" Wu Zhengheng walked up to Gao Changkong just as everyone was sweating for him. Wu Zhengheng took out the remote control from his pocket and opened the security restrictions on the first floor and the elevator door. Everyone's eyes widened. They couldn't believe that this conscientious supervisor would do such a thing. Is he helping the Samsara team carry out a rebellion? Fortresses were breached from within. No matter how powerful the security measures of the Combat Command Center are, they cannot prevent the personnel responsible for security and defense from rebelling. Gao Changkong smiled and said to Wu Zhengheng, "Thank you. I will do what I promised you." Wu Zhengheng nodded and watched the members of the Samsara team get into the elevator without saying anything. This scene left the senior staff stunned. He is also an undercover agent. Wu Zhengheng, he betrayed Blizzard City. This hateful guy, I'm so unworthy of my trust in him. Zhang was furious. Lan Xincheng comforted him. "Zhu Shuai, we have 3 layers of security measures, so don't worry. When the entire city's defense forces arrive, we will be able to hold them back. Now, for the sake of safety, let's escape first." The higher-ups of the command center arranged helicopters just to deal with this special moment. Zhang had a straight face. At this time, inside Blizzard City, Zhang Yi and Tu Yunli were separated, and the interior was very empty. All this must have been planned by Gao Changkong. Even thinking deeper, it is almost certain that the entire lunar eclipse incident was Gao Changkong's plan. "How hateful! No, I can't leave here!" Zhang sat down steadily, with sharp eyes, and crossed his hands on the table. "I am the commander-in-chief of Jiangnan region. I must not hand over the command center to traitors. Immediately order all the defense forces in the city to come and exterminate the traitors." Zhang remained calm in the face of danger and quickly analyzed the combat power between the enemy and ourselves. Although the 2 major forces have been taken away, they will not be able to come back in a short time. But it doesn't mean that Blizzard City has no defense capabilities. There are powerful mutants among the 300,000 permanent defense troops and armed departments at all levels. Including the guard behind him, Sun Luxuan, and his secretary Lan Xincheng, they are also masters. "In the mutant field! Right here! Have a good fight with Gao Changkong!" At the same time, there was another question in his mind. Why did Gao Changkong, once a national sports hero, collude with the Neon Ronin and betray the Jiangnan region? Lan Xincheng urged anxiously, "But your life safety is the most important. If something happens to you, what will happen to the entire Blizzard City? What will happen to the Jiangnan region?" Zhang insisted. "Escape? Where can I escape to? I'm not going anywhere, I'm just here to see what they can do to me." Lan Xincheng's face was full of anxiety, and he had no choice but to yell, "Enter the first-level alert state. We must guard against it at all costs. We must not let them come here." The news of the Samsara team's rebellion immediately spread to the entire Blizzard City's armed departments and the ears of major organizations. Ordinary people are not aware of the changes here. This is to stabilize people's hearts. For a time, the smell of gunpowder in the air of Blizzard City became stronger. Yan troops, defense forces, and private soldiers from several major forces all began to rush to the command center. They absolutely cannot tolerate Gao Changkong killing Zhang. Because once Zhang dies, it means that the order that the entire Blizzard City has worked so hard to establish will collapse. In addition to them, the Tengu team and Yan Yunwei, led by Tu Yunli, who were hundreds of kilometers away, also received the news. Tu Wenli's eyes widened in anger. He had just finished dealing with the Jidao demon, but he and his elite men had also lost a lot of energy. What's more, the distance is far, and it would take several hours to get back even now. But he still said without hesitation, "Everyone gather and return to Blizzard City immediately to suppress the rebellion." Yan Yunwei's people quickly boarded the helicopter and rushed towards Blizzard City. After Zhang Yi heard the news, he just murmured to himself, "Did I really guess it?" He had accidents, but not many. After the end of the world, he has seen too many things like human nature. Betrayal has become the norm. There is nothing surprising. Everyone is just trying to maximize their own interests. But he had to consider a problem. What impact did this incident have on him? After absorbing the essence of Phoenix Inner, his power was restored and he became even more powerful. But he could feel that there was still a boundary that had not been broken through. The members of the Tengu team at the scene were already anxious. What should I do? I didn't expect Gao Changkong and the others to rebel. Unexpectedly, I originally thought that only an ugly person like you would rebel. But I didn't expect that a guy like Gao Changkong with thick eyebrows and big eyes would also rebel. What did he do for it? And how much benefit did the Neon Man give him? Baili Changqing was physically and mentally exhausted at this time, and the number 5 compound left him with little strength to move. The once strong man was now as skinny as a mummy with all his blood drained out, but he still dragged his body to Zhang Yi. "Captain, let's go back. There can't be chaos in Blizzard City. If Blizzard City is in chaos, the entire Jiangnan region will be over." Zhang Yi looked at him deeply, but said nothing, because he didn't know what Gao Changkong wanted to do. What does the so-called rebellion mean? This is easy to analyze. Gao Changkong will not do meaningless things. With the strength of the Samsara team, they can do whatever they want in Blizzard City with empty defenses. But they will never destroy Blizzard City. The most it can do is kill someone. Will that person be Zhu Zheng? Facing Zhu Zheng's personal guards, Gao Changkong did not dare to be careless, but he had no intention of taking action. Instead, the deputy captain beside him, Ji Yushin, stepped forward. "Mr. Sun, let me learn your skills." Sun Luxuan frowned and said coldly, "You? Ha ha. No matter how bad I am, I'm not a vice captain who can mess with me. Are you trying to use your own life to delay me?" Gao Changkong walked forward with a smile and put a hand on Ji Yushin's shoulder. "Mr. Sun, don't underestimate him. It's possible that he will give you some surprises. You should know that my ability is death is reincarnation, so I can use my ability again and again to perform deductions during reincarnation." Gao Changkong asked with a smile, "Guess how long I have been preparing for today?" There was a cautious look in Sun Luxuan's eyes. "What do you want to say?" Gao Changkong continued, "Of course I know that there is a person like you beside Zhu Zheng. So I have deduced and fought you again and again. I have already figured out your abilities." I looked at Ji Yushin beside him with some pride. "And he is the one I prepared specifically for you." Sun Luxuan's heart suddenly sank. Of course he knew what Gao Changkong was capable of. If such a person spends a huge amount of time and energy planning something, no one can guard against it, because he can have countless chances to fail and then start over. But his opponent only had one chance. If you lose, you are really dead. You don't really think you can beat me with this, do you? Sun Luxuan was not disturbed by Gao Changkong. As a top, strong person, determination is the most basic ethics. There's no need to beat you. I just need to hold you back, Gao Changkong said with a smile. Ji Yushin had already dragged his huge long sword and rushed toward Sun Luxuan quickly. The black threads in Sun Luxuan's hands became more and more violent. "Come on! I want to see if you have the ability to hold me back."